Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to this amazing YouTube channel. This is Techie with Lorna, where we share various tech information that we feel like is useful for us to grow our IT career. So if you're new here, you're definitely in the right place. Karibu sana, and consider checking on my previous videos. Please watch them if you haven't. Share the videos, like the videos, and kindly consider subscribing and help the channel to grow. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for supporting my content. So my name is Lorna, and I'm a container, cloud, and SRE engineer. And today I was actually doing something random, and I decided why not share with you on a video, because I know probably some of you might be interested to know about this. So I have some remote servers. Of course, as a DevOps engineer or an automation engineer, you might be managing remote servers using different techniques. We have several configuration management tools that you can use to manage remote servers, like Ansible, we have Puppet, we have several of them. And today I was actually trying out Python as an automation tool. And while doing it, I decided why not get information from ChatGPT just to make my work easier. And I decided to share with you guys on a video. So first of all, if you're new to ChatGPT, if you haven't used it before, this is what you can do to start using it. So get on your browser and search for ChatGPT. You can see this ChatGPT login, so click on that one. And you need to create an account. If you don't have an account yet, then you need to create an account for yourself. So for me, I already have an account, and I think that's why it's going straight to where I can now write the content that I want. But if you haven't created an account, it would have like brought you the interface where you need to log in if you have an account, or sign up if you don't have an account yet. So the moment you sign up, then you come back and log in, and this is the first page that you get to. So whenever you want to get any information from ChatGPT, you type the message here, and you type exactly as you want, so that it understands what you're saying. So for example, I was checking like uptime of my remote server. So I have I decided to use my VirtualBox just for showcasing. Of course, before that I was using my another environment, our lab environment. But for this demo, I have VirtualBox here. Remember guys, I told you, if you want to do some local tests, or you want to run some servers to do your own learning purposes or testing stuff, consider using VirtualBox. It's easy to install, and it's easy to run virtual machines on VirtualBox. And if you don't have information yet on how to run virtual machines using VirtualBox, I have a video for that. Kindly check through my videos. There's a video titled "How to Run Virtual Machines on VirtualBox" that will enable you to understand how to download the ISO files that you want to run for different operating systems, and how to install those different distributions now on VirtualBox. So I have this VirtualBox and these different servers over here. And you can see I've just powered on this server called Base, and these Worker 1 and Worker 2. And these are the ones that I want to use as an example of my remote servers to manage using Python. So with this Base server, this is where I'm running my Python scripts. So let me minimize this one and show you the Base server. This is the Base server. And on my terminal, I've configured the rest of the servers on the host file. So I can cut slash /etc hosts. You can see my remote servers over here. So this is worker 02 and worker 01. And this is the one that I want us to manage remotely using Python scripts. And this is very important if you are a platform engineer, or an automation engineer, or a DevOps engineer. Base server, let me go back. And unless I have this directory called my Python. So let's get in there, my Python. And then if you list, I have some Python files. So you have one automation.py, and this is test.py. I also use this one, test.py, to write our various scripts that we can use to manage our remote servers, using of course the information that we are going to get from ChatGPT, and see how they work. So inside there, let's edit that file. I don't have anything yet. So the first thing we do, let's get maybe the uptime of my remote server. So you come here where you are supposed to type your message and write as exactly as you want. So I can say, write a Python script, Python script that prints uptime of a list of remote servers. So I'm saying a list because remember, if you have so many servers, then you'd probably put them in a list so that you can iterate through that list and get the information that you want for every server in that list. So let's see what we're going to get from this. So write a Python script that prints uptime of a list of remote servers. So yeah, so you get our information. So you need to install for this particular output that you get from ChatGPT. It's actually using SSH. So it's going to be SSHing into your remote servers and running the uptime command to get the information that you want. I know there are different ways that you can do. You can use the OS library. You can use the socket to connect to the remote servers, but this one is just using a library called Paramiko. So maybe you can check out on this and see how it works. So first of all, you need to install Paramiko if you don't have it already, and then you need to run now this command to get the information that you want from the remote servers, which in our case, it's uptime. So we have our servers as a list over here. So you need to pass the host name, the username, and the password, which I think there's a better way to do this. You can save it in an environment variable or something so that you don't pass clear information about your username and password. But for us now, since this is a local environment, I don't mind showing you this because it's just some test server. So yeah, so let's copy that and put it inside our test.py because I just want to show you how you can get information from ChatGPT and how you can use Python to manage your remote servers. So let's paste that and let's edit accordingly. So import Paramiko. So maybe first of all you can do what you normally do for our scripts. This stuff, you pass the path for your Python. So for my case, it's in user. I think it's a Python 3, if I'm not wrong. So let's see what you can change. So what we are going to change here is the host name. So I have my server 1. Call it worker 01. The username here is just my name, as simple as my name, and the password. So it should have still remained username because it's the variable, and then this is where I'm supposed to input now. The username itself is Lona, and then the password is also Lona. I said, guys, this is just for demo purposes. These are not the usernames and the password you can have for your production environment, but just for learning purposes, we're using those simple usernames and passwords. So also I have Lona over here. That's the password for this one, and the username is Lona as well, and then worker 02. Yeah, so there's nothing else I need to change. Once you have that one, you should be able to, the rest of the code should be able to pick from there because you'll be passing your variables, so to pick from there. So for servers in servers, sorry, uptime info is get uptime for every server, and then you print. So let's run and see what we will get. have Paramiko installed, so that's not a worry for me. But for your case, if you don't, kindly make sure that you install using pip. So Python 3. Sorry, test.py. Yeah, and as you can see, we get our information back as we should. So uptime for worker 01 is that one. Uptime for worker 02 is that one. So as you can see, you should be able to manage your remote workloads using Python, and at the same time, ChatGPT should be able to help you to get your commands as easy as possible. Remember, if I was to go to my browser and start searching how to do this and that, especially if you are new to Python, you might get like scattered information. So you'll be collecting information from this person, where you get a response from, go to another one, get information, and put together to get what you want for you to finally run those scripts. But with ChatGPT, you get everything given to you. So what else can we do? Let's say we want to get Linux version of our remote server. So let's go back to our ChatGPT and say, write a Python script that outputs or prints Linux version, or let's say what that outputs the Linux distribution. Linux distribution released remote server. So write a Python script that outputs the Linux distribution released. So let's say you want to get the Linux distribution of your remote servers. Let's see what we get from there. Yeah, so this one is still using Paramiko, where it accesses to the server and runs the actual command for getting the Linux distribution. So you can see for server in servers, distribution is called get Linux distribution server, and then we print. So let's run this one and see. So this is where the distribution is defined. So distribution info for line in, OS release info split. So you know that when you're getting your information for the Linux server, you do OS release. So it actually just runs the same command, but now on the list of your remote servers. So let's copy this and see what we get as the response from our servers. So go back to that, and you can touch a file called you can still use the other one. Remove everything. So if you want to delete everything from your Vim file, you press Ctrl and V, and then down arrow key to select everything, and then click delete, and everything goes. So let's paste our new information, and then again change our server's host name and password over here. So we have worker 01. Username is Lorna. Oh, sorry. Lorna, and password is still Lorna. And then Lorna. Lorna, and then worker 02. Okay, 02. So let's save and let's run it. Yeah, so as you can see, for worker 01, we have Ubuntu 22.04. The next one failed because temporary name resolution. Let's see what is wrong with this. No, this should be worker 02. Not, doesn't have an hyphen for this one. So it's just worker 02 without a hyphen. And you can see it's also accurate because it's telling you that, you know, it cannot find the resolution for this host name, which means your script is actually working, because for my case I had put an hyphen, which was not supposed to be the case, and it can't find that server. So it means that it's working for us. So let's save now that we've corrected, and run the file, the script again. And as you can see, both of my servers, Worker 01 and Worker 02, they're running Ubuntu 22.04. But I think you can get more. Maybe if you want to get the Linux, the, what do you call it, the kernel version, you can also, let's see. Let's pass that one and see what we get for kernel. So say right. I'm repeating this so that for someone who is new to ChatGPT, you can see exactly how I'm passing the request, because it has to understand what exactly you're looking for. So sometimes when you write something, you might not get the information because it doesn't understand what you're looking for. So you have to be very, very specific, and you'll get the information that you're looking for. So write a Python script to check. Okay, let's say to check the kernel versions of a list of remote servers. Let's see, write a Python script to check the kernel versions of a list of remote servers. Let's see what we get. So let's copy this and put it in our, sorry, not that one, in our command prompt. Let's edit this one. Remember, I said for you to delete everything. For someone who's learning, I know Vim may not be, a friend for everyone. So if you're using Vim and you want to delete everything, just press Ctrl V, down arrow to select everything, and then delete. Then you press delete, and then now click insert so that you can paste our new information. Change your server's host name, username, and password. So this is going to be worker 01. This is going to be Lona. And to do something to replace all, you just select and right click. This one doesn't have, like, replace all occurrences. Okay, let's just do it manually. But there's a way you can replace. You can replace all when you're in Vim. Maybe you can check on that, but this one is not many, so you can just finish it manually. So Lona here, and worker 02 over here. Worker 02. So yeah, that's it. There's something I'm looking for. Okay, that's right. Yeah, so there you have it. For worker 01, you have that version. Worker 02, you have that version. So that's it. You can do so much with Python, of course, with the help of ChatGPT. And as you can see from here, this was actually using this library called Aramiko, but there are different libraries that you can use to output such information. Another thing we can do, let's say you want to shut down your remote servers. So let's see if we can get something to help us to shut down our remote servers. So write a Python script script to shut down remote Linux servers. Write a Python script to shut down a remote Linux server. So let's see if we get something nice that you can use. Yeah, again using Paramiko, which I've said with Paramiko, it actually SSHs to your remote servers and then run those commands from the terminal. And as you can see, it's passing a shutdown command, which is the same command that we use to shut down our servers. As I said before, there are different libraries that you can use. Of course, we have the OS libraries, this library. You can use Socket to connect to remote servers. So yeah, this is just one of the ways. So let's see if we can shut down one. I can actually shut down one of our remote servers. So let's go back to our terminal, edit our file, and then let's delete this. So you press shift. I think I said control in the other previously, but it's supposed to be shift and V. Shift V, not control V, shift V. And then you press the down arrow to select everything, and then you press delete. Then I for insert, and then let's paste our information there. So let's do one, not all. Let's just maybe both. So let's change the host name to worker01, the username to Lorna, and the password to Lorna. Remember guys, this is not the best way to replace, to search and replace on a Vim. When you're using Vim, there's a very good way to, especially if you have a big file, there's a nice way to search and replace all. So maybe next time I should do a video on how to use Vim. Yeah, I think I will do that. So Lorna, and then worker02. So that's it. Username, password, it's okay. So let's save and run our script. So that's it. Shutting down worker01, shutting down worker02. So you can actually go back to you can try to ping worker01. It's still responding, so let me hope that it's still in the process of shutting it down. You can continue sleeping and see where it will stop responding. So I don't know how long it will take, so let's wait for a few seconds. If it goes on for a long time, then I definitely don't want to keep you waiting. Still on worker02. It's still responding. Okay, I don't know how long it will take to do this one. Because I can see they're still up over here, so I don't know how long it will take to do. But at least you've seen that our other commands have worked really well, and I am hoping that this will also work, because as you can see, it's actually giving us that shutting down worker01 and worker02. So let's hope it will do that. Works. It should work actually in any normal environment. It should actually work. So I think that's it. The purpose of this video is actually just to show you how you can make use of ChatGPT, and also how to make use of Python for your remote server management. Yeah, so Python is one of those automation tools you can use to write very nice automation scripts. For scripting purposes, you can actually use Python. And the good thing about using Python is that, for example, if you're getting the uptime of your remote servers, if you had like maybe 100 remote servers, for example, you can manipulate the output to any data type that you want. You can actually put it maybe in a dictionary so that you have the key, which is the host, and the value, which is the uptime, and then you can share with someone. Or maybe you can use the same output as an input maybe to a graph or something that can help you to monitor your remote servers. Python, of course, you can also use um, Bash for people who are also used to using Bash. It's also another nice scripting tool. But with Python, I feel like there's so many manipulations of data that you can get from using Python. So thank you so much for watching. So if you're new to ChatGPT, I hope this video has helped you to know how to get information from ChatGPT by writing the information that you want and getting back whatever you're requesting for. And now you know how to just basically use Python to run the same information that you get from there to check on your your remote servers. So thank you so much for watching up to this point. I really appreciate, and please if you haven't subscribed, kindly consider subscribing and help this channel to grow. And for all the returning subscribers, you're so much loved, and thank you so much for always supporting my content. So until next time, guys, goodbye.